and it is about wellness profiles. Wellness profile 101. You guys know this all too well. I'm really big on wellness profiles. Okay? So I'll walk you through this. And what happens typically is this. When you get a wellness profile, it usually comes off of a picture or something. Right, would you guys agree?
Yes.
Right, it comes off of something you posted. Maybe it's Prep Sunday, maybe it's Mid-Mass Monday, maybe it's motivational. Maybe you posted something about the NBA Finals, okay? Maybe you posted something about ASU crushing Weber State, okay? Maybe you posted something about something, but somebody might ask you off of that, what are you doing, okay? Or they might thumbs up what you're doing, okay? They might thumbs up what you're doing. When people thumbs up before I have the picture, usually I thank them. I'll go off and thank them in a special thread, like a separate thread. I'll message them like, thanks a lot for the like, I appreciate your support. Even if they're not really supporting me, I still tell them I appreciate the support. At that point, I open up communication. Right? So I open up the lines of communication. Because if they give a thumbs up, it's kind of like hiding. Right? It's like hiding behind like a screen. Like you can get caught in the mix of thumbs up. It can be 200 thumbs up on one item, and you don't know who it is. Right? But if you open up the lines of communication with them by contacting them and going, hey, I really appreciate the like, I really appreciate the thumbs up, or whatever it is. And even sometimes I'll ask people to share it. I'm like, if you like it, if you feel open to it, if it inspires you enough, share it. Right? So now I get into their pocket of people, their circle of people. But from the initial thumbs up, I usually will contact them in some way, shape, or form. Thanks a lot, I appreciate it, whatever, how you been, whatever it is. Right? I just want to open up the lines of communication. I want the arrows to be facing both ways. Right? Them to me and me to them. Okay, so now I open the lines of communication. Once I get a thumbs up, I really want to talk to them about whatever. Now, what happens oftentimes is they might directly comment on a picture that you changed. I'm like, oh, man, you're getting them results, girl. Like, oh, great. You want to talk to that person. Okay? And you may ask them, hey, are you looking to, I always ask questions. Are you any fitness goals? What are you looking to do? How can I be helped? Sometimes I go, you know what I do, right? People go, no, I don't know what you do. All right? Sometimes we assume people know what we do. Are you like, you know what I do, right? And I'm like, no, I don't know what you do. I saw you get ripped up. I don't know what you was doing, right? So sometimes it's opening up that communication. When people talk to you, the chance to really solidify what you do in that moment is big. Not to give them 18 paragraphs, okay? Give them just enough of what you do. What I usually tell people is I teach people how to eat, what to eat, and when, and get them great results. All right? That's what I tell them. I teach you how to eat, what to eat, and when, and how to get great results. That's it. Because now you have to figure out what that means, all right? Sometimes honestly, anything comes to my mind. Anything that works at that moment comes to my mind. And especially when I'm talking to somebody that I may have a little bit of background with, use what you know about that person or your existing relationship to talk to that person. Okay? So once you get your thumbs up, the biggest thing is to make sure you want to try to get as fast as possible to find out if they're curious about it, they just want to support you in your journey, or if they're serious about getting on the plan. And you'll know within that conversation. And it may take a few days. The dialogue may not be instant. Right? It might not be a quick, here we go, let's go, I want to get started on a plan. Put me in at 190. Like, it's not going to happen typically. Right? But you want to find out and decipher how serious they are about getting on the program. Okay? And that conversation is usually that if you bait someone, sort of, right? Now let's use this as an analogy. If you open a door for someone and they don't walk through, guess what? They don't want it. All right? They don't want it. All right? I had a great conversation. All right? And she was like, I'm trying to get them on the 24th, Khalil. I said, don't try to get them on nothing. If you don't want it, we don't do this. Never. Right? I know we hustle in our business, and it's not to you. I hear this all the time. But it was perfect timing you said it to me. Perfect. Because we don't do this. If you don't want it, don't do it. No sweat. We have the business of convincing people and anybody, anything. If they don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm not dragging anybody across the finish line. Right? Because trust me, that one person that we drag across the finish line constantly is going to take you away from the 100 other people that want your attention, that's thirsty for your time. They really want to talk to you, and you worry about this one Joe that don't want to do it. He'll see everybody else get results. Right? There's been plenty of people that are on my front line and gotten results, that seen everybody else get results, and then waited, and it was like, man, I'm really ready to start. Right? Right, Miller? Right? I mean, seriously though, right? And that's no knock to him. Mike Cruz, isn't that right? Watch people get their journey. The more success you have, the more people can't turn away from it. Right? People put your sunglasses on, but trust me, the sun is still going to shine bright. Okay? I don't care what kind of glasses you got on. Don't look at the sun directly. It's too bright. So the point is that just go get more success. Don't worry about one person. Right? If someone doesn't want to become a singer song, don't worry about it. If someone doesn't do call for a producer, don't worry about it. No need to convince anybody on anything. Period. Right? So once you're up there serious, have the conversation. What do you do? I'll tell you what I do. I teach people how to eat, what to eat, and when. They go, man, I really need some help. Or I really want to get started. Or I'm really trying to know some more information. My next thing is I take the information, the conversation goes from online to offline as fast as possible. I'm not going to sit there and type with you back and forth. Don't do that. Okay? Do not type back and forth with people at all. Okay? You go, awesome. Let's set up a time to talk. You want to change that to a conversation as fast as possible. Voice to voice. Right? I know we use text. I know we use Voxer. There's an app on the phone that's called telephone. Right? Use it. Right? Trust me. Face-to-face and telephone are more powerful than you Voxering back and forth all day. Yes, later on, but in the beginning, you have to have that conversation. It's immense to have that conversation. Once I set up a time with them, once I know if they're serious, I let them know my time's availability. At this point, what I'm trying to do is start to dwindle down the fact that I am the person they want to talk to. Right? I got results. I got a wall of fame. I got all these people on my front line. I have all these incredible results. In fact, they teach people how to get results. Like, I'm kind of the man. Like, that's how I want to approach it. Not in this bravado way that throws people off, like, he's kind of arrogant. But in a way that you're like, I'm confident, I know what I'm doing, and this is what I'm going to do for you. Okay? But they must do the things for you. So the beginning, what I do is I really set the tone by them setting I set a time for them to call me. Okay? It's always a time that they must call me. And that's the beginning of it all. Right? So someone goes, man, girl, I want to get started. Great. So I usually may ask the question, I go, what are your goals? Just so I know when I go into the conversation. So I usually ask, what are your goals? Okay? What are your goals? And they usually say, oh, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. I go, great. Let's set up a time to talk. I can talk to you on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. I give them a specific time that I can talk. Okay? Specific time. I'm not saying this is for everyone. Sometimes people are not going to be able to make the time you throw out. But if you had a doctor's appointment to see a cardiologist, a heart doctor, at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, would you go? Yep. Try to make yourself that important. Right? Try to make yourself that important that they want something and they want some help. They gotta kind of start to go on your timeline. The worst thing to do is chase people. Oh, what time can I call you? Call you? Right? Everyone's dated before, right? I'm gonna guess everyone's dated before. Right? Who has the power? The person calling or the person being called? The person being called. I go ignore him. I'm good. Right? But trust me, the person being called has all the power. This is a big deal. The person that's being called has all the power. Okay? So you want to get them to call you. You want to set the time. And the point is that you want to see what they're doing, like what their mindset is. Because anybody who wants something will come get it. So Tuesday at 4 o'clock, they go, I can't make Tuesday at 4 o'clock. I go, do you have something else going on? Right? Whatever it is. Like, you got something going on, whatever. You go, the next time I have Friday at 2. Right? Whatever your time frame is. If they say no to the first one, you say to the second one, great. At some point you may like, right? Like, yeah, that's a good time for me. They get a time set. At that point, I ask them, I go, how serious, how good are you, someone's Voxer going on. How good are you at keeping appointments? I always ask that question. How good are you at keeping appointments? Open-ended questions. Not are you good at keeping appointments? They're going to go, yep, I am. All right? How good are you keeping appointments? They're always going to answer, going to give you some kind of answer. Oh, I'm pretty good. Oh, no, I'm terrible. I go, well, listen, that starts, whatever the answer is, you give them the opposite answer. Oh, I'm terrible at it. Okay, well, we're going to start changing that today. I really need you to call me because I really need you to call me on Tuesday at 4 o'clock because I have an appointment before yours and that person is long-winded. All right, so that's your way to say, hey, I'm holding you accountable to get you on the phone first and foremost. Secondly, what you plan in there is I'm busy. I'm busy. Right? So you call me after Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Make sure you call me on time. The person that is calling before you, I love the lady, but she's long-winded. And I'm going to be on the phone at 7 o'clock. Make sure you call me at 4. They go, great, I'm going to call you at 4. I go, do me a favor. Send me a screenshot of your calendar in your phone. Just let me know you saved it. I'll talk to you Tuesday. Right? You hear verbiage? Right? You're building all these things in verbiage. People don't understand what all the stuff that you're getting in this verbiage. But verbiage is massively key to understand when people are talking to you that you must appear sometimes more than you are. I had to fake it until I make it. It wasn't like I was busy all the time. I wasn't. Okay? I had like one on profile a week. Okay? So I started to pick up. But from me telling people I was busy all the time, it appeared that I was busy all the time. All right? How many of you guys think I'm busy? All right? I'm not playing that. That's serious. But my point is that you can make yourself appear more busy by your actions. Okay? So that's great. Okay? So they call you at Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Okay? Let's just say they don't call you at Tuesday at 4 o'clock. I'm not calling them. I'm not calling them. If it was that important to you, you would have called me. I'm going to keep chasing you for it. All right? This is a date to me. All right? I said, look, we mean that Red Lobster. We mean that Sizzlers. We mean that Red Lobster at 4 o'clock. This is a date, okay? I'm going to tell you, if I showed up, if I asked Alicia to go on a date with me, and I said the time and the date, and she didn't show up, that would have been the last date. Right? I'm serious, right? Anybody ever get stood up on a date? Okay, Jill says she has. Matt, right? Did you ever date that person again? No, right? This is setting a date. This is setting a tone from the beginning, right? Let me tell you something. All this talk we've done for the last, 10 minutes, we haven't even talked about product yet, payment, none of that stuff. The process is much longer than it appears. It's okay to take that long because all you do is set the tone, all right? And you guys can, after this is done, I want you to talk to the people that are my front line and ask them how much convincing I did or how much time it took for them to actually get on that plane. It probably was a long, long time, a long maturation process before they actually got on a plane, okay? They can talk about it. Renee can talk about it. People can talk about it, okay? So let's say they call you Tuesday at 4 o'clock, okay? The first thing I say is, yo, thanks so much for calling me on time. I'm so glad you called me on time. I had to end that last appointment. Great appointment, but I had to end that appointment. Okay? At the end of the point. So you start the conversation. This is like the one thing that will typically hurt you in the conversation. People get on the phone with them. I'm like, oh, Christy, how you doing? And Christy tells me how she's doing. And I don't want to know how she's doing. Right? My goal is that her and I are talking online and she's going to lose 10 pounds. All right? Christy and I we may have been in 3rd grade together. I may have known Christy from 3rd grade all the way through high school. I'm not going to say, oh, how your mama doing? How your grandma doing? How's your aunt? How's your son? Nope. Our point is that we're talking about business. Okay? After she becomes a client, I can ask about auntie, grandma, son, friends, and family. But before then, this is business. Right? Remember, I'm busy. Right? I'm busy, but in the sense of I'm going to help you, and that's why I'm so busy. People want my help because I'm that good. All right? I'm that good. I'm going to give you the best follow-up, the best treatment ever. So, with that being said, so the person calls you. The first thing I go is, man, it's really good to hear from you is what I said. All right? It's so nice to talk to you. All right? Or if I see him in person, I go, it's so good to see you. Not, man, how you doing? Just don't ask that question. Don't ask the question, how you doing? It might tell you. So I go, I know you pressed for time, so am I. I build in urgency right then and there. Hey, I know you pressed for time, so am I. I just want to make sure we get to it. So you said online you're looking to lose 10 pounds. Okay? Tell me what you've tried. It's usually the first thing I ask. But what have you been doing? Like, what have you been doing to try to lose 10 pounds? And they may tell you. You know, our baby weight's still on me. I've been trying to lose weight for a while now. They may tell you anything. The point is that to get them talking about what they've been doing. Okay? So, they start talking, I ask them, usually when I ask them, I ask people questions that I may even know. I ask them, how old are they? I ask them, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? Those questions. Because as they're talking, I'm just writing statistics on them. I'm just writing the whole time. This is on the phone, this is anywhere. As they're talking, I'm constantly writing. I want to be able to regurgitate everything they said to me at the end of the conversation back to them. So I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2". No, I'm just joking. I'm 6'2". I'm 255 pounds, and I'm really trying to lose this weight. I've been trying it for a while. Great, what do you try? I tried Slim Fast, and I tried doing CrossFit, and I still look the same. I bet you do. So at that point I go, so what I want to do is basically, I stop that conversation right then and there. I get their goals and I go, okay, great. I understand you have goals. There are 3 things we must agree to. Period. There's 3 things we must agree to, and I kind of put the onus on me, like I don't know really, I'm not really strong at what I do. I go, honestly, I'm sure there's other people that could probably figure out how to help you, but I don't know how to help anybody who can't do these few things, okay? So I was going to tell you what they are. I go, the first one is preparation. This is key. Okay? I'll write this down. You have a pen and paper already. Okay? The first one is preparation. You got a phone, take a message. Write it down somewhere. Okay? The first one is preparation. Okay? And I go into what that means. I go, what preparation means is when you're going to bake, boil, grill, steam your food one day of the week. I prefer Sunday. I prefer Sunday because you can get it all done in one day. Bake, boil, grill, steam your food on one day. We call this, as a family, we call it Prep Sunday. Right? You've probably been on my page, you probably saw all these pictures of all this food. You're like, why is Khalil, basically cutting up a whole cow and eating it? Like, what's the problem? That's Prep Sunday. That's actually food for the entire week. I'm not consuming that one day. Right? So it's called Prep Sunday. Bake, boil, grill, steam. I asked another open-ended question. How good are you at cooking? How often do you cook? Okay? What kinds of things do you cook? Any of those questions are going to suffice. All you want to do is get some kind of answer of if they cook or not. You're like, I don't never cook. Well, we're going to start that today. I'm going to go, that's going to have to change because I don't know how to help you if you can't cook. I'm like, listen, and I always want to, sometimes you want to dumb yourself down. I go, man, I don't really know how to cook much. I don't really know how to boil water. But I do know how to put some chicken in a Pyrex and throw it in the oven for 20 minutes. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can even buy steamer bags. That's all I'm asking you to do, is just be prepared. Because if you can't prep, I can't help you. I go, so I'm going to ask you now, do you agree that you will prep your food while you're on the plane? Okay, I'm asking for the next 30 days, basically. But are you willing to prep your food? At that point, I'm asking the closing question. I want a yes or no. Okay? You can ask how willing are you to prep your food, but you want to get that answer. Preparation. Okay, that's one answer. Next time I go, awesome. I'm going to ask you, the next thing is to be consistent. I'm going to ask you to be consistent on your plan. To be consistent. So consistency, they always tie together. Consistency on prepping your food, consistency on following up, consistency on doing your things, consistency on following the meal plan out loud for you. Consistency, being consistent. Consistency is key for anything. Okay? Anything. So I go, how serious are you about being consistent? I'm serious, I'm going to do it. All right, good. Okay? The last one's commitment. And they all tie together. Commitment on being consistent to prep your food, commitment on being consistent to follow up, commitment on being consistent to follow your plan, commitment on being consistent to whatever. Okay? Commitment. Okay? So those three things they agree to. I go, and this is the key one, this is the last one, is follow up. Follow up is key. I go, I'm going to follow with you several times during the week. Now we know in here that follow up is Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. That's what I found to be great. Okay? But I'm going to say I'm going to follow with you several times during the week. My point is that I'm setting a precedence, but I'm not telling them the exact day. So I don't want them already getting an idea that if I don't talk to them on Tuesday, now I'm saying I'm going to do my job. I'm going to talk to you several times a week. Okay? Make sure you get back to me. This is like tennis. I say this all the time. This is like the game of tennis. I hit the ball over the net, you hit the ball back. I hit the ball over the net, you hit the ball back. I hit the ball over the net, you hit the ball back, game over. Can't help you. All right, so I want you guys to be able to hear where is this coming from. It's coming from a space of, I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. Okay? Now I'm going to sign you up and get you in my business, not the game you play. Okay? You want to play that game? Go first. Okay? That's the game you play. We are results first, and then you get to earn a chance to be in the business. You get to earn a chance to be in this building. All right? You get to earn a chance to help somebody else. You can't just go, I know what I'm doing. I want to just be like, yeah, Harold, I'm a mechanic, yo. Sign me up. I don't know what a socket wrench is to an Allen wrench. I don't know the difference. Okay? But the point is that people don't know that either. They're just getting signed up and playing. Okay? So, those four things: preparation, consistency, commitment. Do not go through them like this. Don't go, okay, man, can you prep your food? Can you be consistent? Can you be committed? Can you follow up? They'll go, yep. You can go, I'm not really sure if I got buy-in on those things. They are separate items. And if any four of those things they go, no, I can't do it, you go, man, it's really good talking to you. It's really good talking to you, Christy. And no, this is third grade, but I don't know how I can help you. Let me know when you're serious. Let me know that's something you can do. And I'll happily help you. I can't wait for you to be ready. I cannot wait for you to be ready. Because I know I'm going to be able to help you. Right? It's all these things. You're building them up. You might be letting them go, but you build them up. Leave people better than you found them. Okay? I'm not sure why. It's leave people better than you found them. So that's our chance. That's our chance to really connect with people. If they don't want to do it, that's okay. That's okay. I don't know how many people in the valley, but how many people are in the world, but it's a lot. It's a lot. That's okay. If someone wants to do it, no problem. Okay? Good so far?
Yes.
Does this all make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
CJ. Oh, by the way, Jay's our brand new senior consultant. So, you ask those 4 questions, you get the agreement. Okay? Okay? Get the agreement, get the agreement, get the agreement, get the understanding. At that point, they say yes to all those things. They go, awesome. Let's go. Let's go. I ask them to give me a timeline breakdown of their day. I say, all I want you to do is walk me through your day and I want you to tell me, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, what you eat and when. That's all I want to know. Okay? What you eat and when. Some people are going to start off good. You got the correct one. They're going to go, I wake up at 6:30. I usually drive to work, and usually I sit down and start my computer. What you eat and when. I don't want to hear all that, because what it's actually doing is throwing me off from what I want to see. All right? So I want to know what they eat and when. They may tell you some more details, but you're listening for what they eat and when. So wake up at 6:30 and go, oh, then I get dressed, I drive to work. I get to work about 8 o'clock. Now they haven't mentioned what they eat and when. They haven't mentioned anything. 6:30 to 8 o'clock. You're like, so did you eat anything? What did you eat between that time? Oh, I usually don't eat anything between that time. You go, great. At that point, you go, I've got the answer. You don't even need any more evidence, but keep listening. All right, they go, I get to work usually. I usually have coffee in the morning. Sometimes I'll have oatmeal. I'll ask them, I go, what kind of oatmeal you have? Is it coming in a cylinder, or is it coming in these 2 packets? These little packets. They go, oh yeah, I get the maple brown. That's my favorite. Oh, okay, great. Me too. Right? Mine was apple cinnamon. But you can start to, you're listening for things that they're saying. Okay? Instant oatmeal is not good at all. Okay? Just for everyone who's listening, instant oatmeal is not good for you. It's sugar. Okay? So it's going to turn to fat. So metabolically turn to fat. You don't need to know all these things. All you need to know is what's good food and what's bad food. All right? All right? And I don't mean good tasting. Reese's Cups are amazing. Okay? But you also know what's good and bad food, and you want to hear for the timing, right? Because we all know that you eat what?
2 to 3 hours.
Every 2 to 3 hours, right? If you hear the blocks being longer than that, you know they're not following a plan like we're on right now. Okay? So they're going to say what time they eat. They're going to tell you what they ate in the morning. Usually people eat about 9, maybe 10 o'clock. Then they go to lunch at 12. Okay, so they're kind of following it then. But outside of that, they don't really follow it at all. All right, so they'll tell you what they ate in the morning. Oh, I had a coffee and a muffin. All you do is write down. You don't make any comments on it like, man, you eat a muffin? Like, no, just go, oh, okay, cool. You had a coffee and muffin, great, okay, cool. Like, where'd you get the coffee and muffin from? Now, what I'm doing also at that time is I'm kind of trying to figure out how much they're paying for the coffee and muffin. If it was the Starbucks, they probably paid $20. Okay? They went to like the little cafe at their job, and they paid $6. Okay? But they paid something for it. All I'm trying to do is correlate what I think could be the cost. Okay? I might write it on there, so at 5. Great. The next time I go, what's the next time you eat? They go, oh, I eat at 12 o'clock. Okay, great. That's your lunchtime? Yes. What do you usually eat for lunch? I have some people who tell me all the time, I eat nothing for lunch. I'm so busy at work, I don't really eat lunch. Okay, so like, you don't eat anything? Like, do you drink anything? Well, I usually have another coffee. A lot of people run off coffee. At that point, my opportunity is to ask, well, how do you take your coffee? Right? How do you take your coffee? Right? You know why I'm asking this, right?
Yep.
How do you take your coffee? Cream and sugar. Oh, great. Got it. Right? All you're doing is building this thing, not to hit them in the face with it, but to show them what they look like. Some people never get an opportunity to have someone show them a mirror of what they do, what they're actually doing. Okay? So all we're doing is taking a mirror and going, this is what you told me you do. So they tell you all, at lunch I have my chef special where they eat nothing, right? Whatever. Oh, the chef special. What was the chef special today? Oh, it was lasagna, and what'd you have to drink? Oh, I had a Coke. Okay, great. Sounds pretty normal before we walked in, right? That's not normal to me. I'd have got that. So you go, okay, awesome, okay, great. And then when you eat, well, I usually get home for dinner about 7 o'clock. It's usually I have dinner. Me and my wife sit down, we have dinner. Okay, cool. What do you have for dinner? And they're like, a lot of people sometimes can't name their dinners because we're so regimented, they can't name their dinners. I go, what did you have last night? And they'll tell me, oh, we picked up pizza for the kids, and we stopped at Wendy's. I had to get me a smoothie. What's it called? Frosty? Yeah. I had to get a Frosty. I'm like, okay, cool, great. I will ask them though when they tell me dinner. I go, so you didn't eat anything between 12 and 7? They go, oh no. Right? Details. No. I did. I actually got I got some Fig Newtons out of the. Sure, don't be laughing, man. I got some Fig Newtons out of the vending machine. Like, okay, great. And all you're doing is writing down the time and what they ate, time and what they ate. Okay? So you go, okay, great. I'm like, I usually do this, and this is true. I say, I have a night craving that is crazy. Like, if I can stop eating at night, I'm telling you that's for real. I'll be a supermodel. But I love eating at night. I got a problem eating at night. Every time I go to sleep, I'm like, where's this come from? I get a ravenous bear that's in my stomach wanting to eat. Right? So, most people are like that, right? Most people eat at night. I have a craving at night. I don't know where it's from, Jill. I don't know how. But I want to eat at night. And so, I go, if you're anything like me, you eat at night. You eat anything before you go to sleep. And a lot of people go, yeah, I got a guilty pleasure. What's your guilty pleasure? The one I did yesterday was ice cream. The guy was like, man, I got to get like at least a couple scoops of ice cream before I go to sleep. Like, all right. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I've been thick before, way thicker than this, right? So I go, I get it, you know? I go, awesome. So is there anything else you want to tell me? At that point, I ask him 2 questions. I go, how much water are you drinking throughout the day? Bless you. How much water are you drinking throughout the day? All right, and they usually tell me, oh, I don't really drinking that much water, or, you know, or whatever. I go, well, what do you drink throughout the day? Okay? So they tell me soda, pop, coffee, Red Bull, Monster. I'm keying in on that, and I'm also thinking about the cost. Some people might tell you what they drink throughout the day is Belvedere or Kettle One. Like, you're like, okay. I mean, I've been drinking Menage last week. Like, what are you drinking? Right? Find out what people are drinking, because people consume 60% of their calories in what they drink. Okay? They consume a lot of calories in what they drink. Somebody drinking high C, right? Somebody drinking fruit punch, somebody drinking lime punch. It's a lot of calories in that stuff. So they're getting all those empty calories that are just sugar. Okay? So at that point, I go to them, I go, awesome, so I think I have your day. I'm going to read back to you what you told me. So I go, awesome, we wake up at 6:30. You said once you get to work, you have coffee and a muffin, you know, okay. All right, and then you said you had the chef special at lunch, you had lasagna and soda. You usually say you grab Big Newtons in the afternoon, then you head home to have dinner. Last night you guys had pizza, you guys got Wendy's frosting. And he said you ended it with a little bit of ice cream. Now this might not be as bad, but I'm telling you guys it's a real life event. Okay? And I go, okay, great. Is there anything you want to tell me? No, that sounds pretty good. Is that pretty accurate to what you just told me? Does that sound pretty accurate? Yes. Okay? So then I go, if you were me and I were you, and you were advising me, and right before I say that, sometimes I go, you know what's crazy? Most people actually know what to do, they just don't really understand how to do it. I'm building them up. Most people know what to do, they just don't really know how to do it. Right? That's what my goal is. I said, but if you were me, right, we role reverse right now, what are 2 things you would tell me to do? Just 2. What are 2 things you would tell me to do? Usually the answers are, well, you know, I would work out and I would drink more water. That's usually the answer every time. That's usually the answer I get every single time. Oh, I should work out, or I should not eat this, or maybe I should cut out the ice cream. They're going to tell you 2 things. All you're asking for is 2 things. They just built their case for you. You ran out that whole day, right? And you can sometimes ask them, hey, are you active throughout the day? You do any time, that's a good question to ask people. Hey, how much time are you active? Are you active at all? Like meaning, do you work out, run, walk, do you do anything like that? They usually tell you, okay? So they'll usually say, I need to work out, and I need to drink more water. Which we all, right? We do. Drink more water, work out. So at that point, they'll tell me those 2 things. I go, great. I go, you know what's awesome about this? You know what you're doing. You kind of have an idea of what you're doing. Compliment, all right? Build people up. Compliment. You kind of know what you're doing, because it's true. I'm going to tell you 99% of people actually know what they should be doing. They may not know the formula exactly, but they kind of know what to do. Right? They kind of like get it. Like they know they should do certain things. You know, they know they should be picking, you know, green vegetables over French fries. They know this, but no one's holding them accountable. No one's holding them to accountability. So you get to be a friend, and you get to be a partner to them. Okay? So once they have said those things, they roll the whole program, the programs you got, all right, awesome. There's 2 things I do at this point. I go, I'm going to help you. So from what I understand, you want to lose weight, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to teach you how to do those things. Okay? I'm going to definitely help you do those things, but teach you how to do those things. I'm going to have you consuming a combination of meals, miniature meals, and supplements, or supplementation. Right? Meals, miniature meals, and supplementation. You can either go through the plan with them of what their new plan is going to be, or what I say is sometimes, and work on this. Do both. Okay? In the beginning, my conversations were extremely long, and that's okay. All right? That's okay. Because that's okay to set the courtship up of this relationship. This is courting. All right? It's okay to court for a long time. That's okay. Sometimes you don't typically meet people and just get married. It takes a long time for that courtship to take place. Okay? And hopefully with that person forever. But the courtship is like the main part. Like, if we're not good in the happy honeymoon stage, we're not going to be good in 60 years. If they're not good in the first hour, you're not going to get it in 30 days. Does that make sense? It's setting the tone with people, but building them up and making sure they understand that you're there for them. All right? So I typically won't describe the whole day. I'll just say I'm going to give you a combination of meals, miniature meals, and supplementation. At that point, they may go, well, what is it? And I go, honestly, it's like trying to describe the color red to a blind man. I use that analogy here. It's like trying to describe the color red to a blind man, because people are going to go, they're going to go, huh, first of all, but they might laugh at you. And laughter is a great way to bring people closer to you. So I'm not saying you got to be mean, I'm just saying that laughter brings people closer to you. You go, it's like trying to describe the color red to a blind man. And I go, they might ask the question. I go, well, how would you describe the color red to a blind man? He's never seen red. So I don't have to. It cuts me out of the fact of me going. So you're waking up at 6:30. You're gonna half an hour. You're gonna have your shake. It's happening to me too. So you're doing everything. I don't have to do all that in the first conversation. Nor do I want to. And you can in the beginning. I encourage you to do both. Okay? I encourage you to do both. Some people are information heavy, so they must need it. Okay? Jude is information heavy. Jude is super analytical. He wants to know the details of what's done, what's taking place, how's it going to work. So I had to give him the details. I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem with it. All right? Jude Schleswig out there acting well team pretty soon. I don't think I made a bad decision. Help him out. All right, but the courtship was long. Okay? You want the details? I give him the details. If people ask me what tablets they are, I go, wait. That's when I say it again. I can't describe it to you. Wait till you get the tablets. Wait till you get the tablets in your house. Wait till you actually get the products delivered to you. Then I can actually go through the program. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So once that happens, I go. We're gonna get you on the plan. We're gonna get you all set up. There's some big things that you make sure that you're doing. Obviously, we're going to prep, the consistency, the commitment, the follow up. I'm gonna make sure we get there together. I got you through this process. I have been here personally. Personally, I've been here before. Now, I'm not telling you I'm an expert, but I'm gonna tell you I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing really well. Okay. If someone may look at you, right? So Matt, for example, right? Matt, 6'8", 6'6", right? Started his plan. How much were you weighing when you started playing? 403. 403. Okay? Now sometimes if you're Matt, you might be like, I don't know if people are going to take advice from me. I'm 6'6", 403 pounds. Okay? Let me tell you this. We've all been in our brain 6'6", 403 pounds. Right? We've all been our before picture for way too long. Know that you know enough to help somebody. Be confident. Take a stand. Have posture. Set up the conversation. If you 1 pound down and they 1 pound up, you winning. You don't even know everything. All you gotta do is hit one step on people. One step. Okay? Alright? Jude beat me in a race twice. 40-yard dash, beat me twice. Okay, this is a long time ago. I don't know about now. But he beat me by one step, and that's all he had to do was beat me by one step. A win is a win is a win. Right? All you gotta do is be in front of someone one step. That's what leaders do. I don't need to do it over here and say I'm leading. Right? I'll see you one step in front of you. Leading. I'm still leading. The fact is I'm still leading. Okay? So sometimes we get in our own head that we can't help people because, oh, we don't have six packs and we don't have nice arms. No, you can help anybody. If you are on your journey, right, and you have a result, you can help anybody. Believe that in yourself. Okay? So once you get, thanks Matt, by the way, I appreciate it. So once you start them, once you get to that point, you can talk to them, and I'm kind of going to story, so I'm trying to keep track of it. Once you get them to the point where they are actually now going, you kind of tell them what they're going to get. Okay, so I go, I'm going to get you a combination of meals. We're going to do meals, miniature meals, and meal replacement. I go, you provide the miniature meals and meals. I'm going to provide the supplementation. I go, supplementation is simply this. Supplementation, people think supplementation is that I'm be drinking shakes all day and taking tablets all day. Tablets, not pills. Okay, tablets. Pills heal, but they're like medicine. Tablets are what we do, vitamins, minerals, those things. Okay, so. Supplementation, thank you. So supplementation, I describe it this way. I go, if I have $17 and I need 20, I need you to give me 3. Out of the whole day, that's what supplementation looks like. 3. Okay? So it's not like, yes, it is an incredible product. Yes, but we must understand how to eat first. Alright? You can't be eating Krispy Kremes for your protein-based snacks and thinking that you're getting your results. Ain't gonna happen. Right? I tried. Right? So just trust me, that's a big deal. So just know that you can do it. They may ask you some more questions and answer the questions, but don't answer to the point where you are going to rob them from the next conversation. Okay? Again, this is a long maturation process, and it's okay. Okay? Alicia, if I miss anything, just tell me, okay? So, as you're going through that process, they may go, okay, great, I'm ready to get started. I go, awesome. I'm gonna get you 2 meal replacements. Those are the flavors you're gonna pick for your meal replacements. Is anyone at this point want to ask me questions? Like, is there a jump that you guys are missing in this point? You feel? Or does it all make sense chronologically? Okay? Because you're not giving them all the details about the plan, they're gonna just be like, okay, well, you get a combination of meal replacements and enhancers. That's what you're gonna get. But what do I actually get? Someone's gonna go, well, what am I actually getting? Well, first and foremost, you're getting me. Now I'll name the products first. First and foremost, you're getting me. People will follow you before they follow your cause. If people don't like you, they won't follow what you do. Right? Simple. If they don't like you, they're not coming to your house, they're not coming to your party, they're not going to your bar mitzvah, they ain't going to none of that stuff. All right? Your quinceañera, Mike, they ain't going to none of that stuff. Right? So the fact is that people must like you before they like your cause. I don't care what kind of results you get somebody. If they don't like you, they're not going to work with you. First of all, you get me. Next, you get meal replacements and enhancers. We got to pick out the flavors for your meal replacements. Okay? And I go, my personal favorites are cookies and cream and vanilla. I go, the reason my 2 favorites are because cookies and cream is like you can have it anytime. Throw it in your share cup, shake it up, have it as your meal replacement. And I stress the word meal replacement. This is not a protein shake. This is a meal replacement. Meal replacement, meal replacement, meal replacement. Cookies and cream because you can shake it up on the go, you can have it. I also like vanilla because if you are a person who likes to add fruits, not peanut butter, to your shakes, you like to add fruit to your shakes, this is an opportunity for you to have a clean canvas to put fruit in. Okay, so now if they hate cookies and cream, you got vanilla, they can muster through cookies and cream. At least they got one that's vanilla. Like, come on, you don't like vanilla? All right, you can doctor up how you please. So I usually tell them those are my 2 favorites. Then they go, what other ones do you have? Before then, I'm not telling them what other ones I have. I'm not trying to make this, the more options you give people, the less options they see. Right, you give people all these options, right? Anyone know what boot camp is? What time's boot camp? That's it, 2 options. You gotta come in the morning or the night. Those are your 2 options. That's it. So I give them the 2 options. They may ask me what other flavors they have, or they may go, I go, well, there's some more flavors. What kind of flavors do you like? And they'll tell me. And then at that point, I go, great. I go, also, there's a green tea. My personal favorite is raspberry, but it comes in original and also lemon. I don't mention peach. Now, I know it comes in peach, but I personally despise peach. So I'm not going to give it to somebody else. Right? If you like peach, then, props to you. Give them peach. I don't like cafe latte. But the guy I just talked to told me he has 6 cups of coffee a day. Guess what? I'm pumping cafe latte hard. It's listening. Listening to know what you have in your stable. Right? I don't like cafe latte at all. It can eliminate that flavor. Okay? But I pumped it to him because he's like, man, I love coffee. Well, great. It's going to work out perfect for him. Listen to what they're saying. Right? Sometimes throughout their day. So once they get their product, I go, great. What card do you want to pay with? That's our next question. What card do you want to pay with? Not how do you want to pay, when do you want to send them money, when do you want to meet up, what card do you want to pay with? I don't even care if they're face-to-face with me right then and there, or if they're on the phone, or whatever. They're in town, out of town, I don't care. What card do you want to pay with? I want to get payment right then and there. I've been hurt before where I paid for somebody's plan and didn't get payment. Yes, that will happen. There's been plenty of times. I still do it now. Like, I'll pay for someone's plan first and then receive cash in person. Like, sometimes I'll have people meet me here at boot camp. I'll pay for their plan first. They then give me cash. Okay? So usually that'll happen sometimes, but most of the time, especially with a new client, you want to make sure you get payment. And I ask, what card do you want to pay with? Because it's called an assumptive sale. What card do you want to pay with? Right? All right, so you ready to pay? I won't say that. Jerry, stand up. Right? Stand up, Jerry. It's okay. I understand it's hot. I get it. Trust me. I have the worst ability to stay awake. So I ask them, what card do you want to pay with? Right? They go, and at that point, they get the chance to tell me, I don't want to pay with a card, or how are you going to take my payment, or whatever. They may even ask you before you get to that point, they go, how does it work? How do I take payment? I'll tell them they can pay through I go, I'm going to take your payment right on the phone. I do not hold on to sensitive information, so give me a moment as I take your card information over the phone. I'll run that card through Square. I send them the receipt so they know they got a receipt, and at that point, I'll order their products. If they don't feel comfortable with me, like I got a brand new client that I don't know at all, she don't know me at all. She goes, well, I kind of don't know you, I kind of really don't know you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's okay, you can pay through my PayPal account. So I text her my PayPal account information. sticktoitfitness@hotmail.com. Make the payment. It'll let me know when I receive payment. At that point, I'll put in your cookies and cream, your vanilla, and your raspberry tea. Everything else in your plan is standard. I'll explain to you when it gets there, okay? Allow for about a week. Okay? Don't tell them 3 days. I know it says 3 to 5 days on the thing. Tell them a week. Okay, because it doesn't show up in 3 days and like, where's my products from? Okay, give them a longer time. Now what happens if it doesn't show up? It shows up in 4 days, and you said a week, they think you're a hero. Like, man, it showed up so early, they didn't even put their rush on it. You know what I mean? So just make sure you're setting expectations. The whole time this whole conversation is about setting the tone and setting the posture of who you are for them. The entire conversation is about who I'm going to be to you and who you're going to be to me. Period. This is an agreement at this point. Okay? So we get those agreements done. What card you to pay with? Okay? Corporation Sunday. Hey, great. So I take that payment over the phone and go, hey, I'm gonna. When we hang up, there's a few things you need to text me. First of all, I want to get your text me your full name. Okay? Text me your full name. Text me your email address, and text me your mailing address. Okay? I work with a lot of people who are not in state. Now, if they're in state, you don't need their email address. Well, you need their email address, but you don't need their full name because you're going to meet them face to face and give products. And you don't need their mailing address because you're going to give it to them. Okay? If you're working with someone that's out of state or they live in Yuma, you're not like, I'm not about to deliver no products in Yuma. You go, well, give me those three things: name, email address, and what's it? Mailing address, right? Name, email address, and mailing address. Okay, so those three things that you get. Okay. This way, you can actually build the account for them, so you can send it right through your My Herbalife website. The other thing is never put anyone else's card in your site. Never. Okay? They pay you, you take that money, then that's how you make your profit. Right? So they give you the 190, you paid 100, right? Money goes in pocket, you pay with your card, that's your profit. Right? That difference is your profit. Okay? Whatever that number is. So they make the payment, great, you got the payment up. Now when they send you those things, that's when you send out the products, or you give it to them, go to the warehouse, pick up the products, deliver to them face to face. At that point, okay, they get the products in hand, okay? I give them products in hand. It's not like, here you go, Christy. That's not the business, okay? Again, if you want to do that, do it somewhere else, right? Have integrity in your business, okay? Once we exchange goods, we stuck together, all right? I know you saw those twins, Chinese twins that stuck together? That's how y'all stuck together, right? Now you create this bond, period. Unless they leave you, you stick with them, okay? And yes, there's going to be times you're like, look, they're not following the plan, I can't work with you anymore. Trust me, that's going to come. But when you exchange goods, don't just drop stuff on the doorstep and never talk to them again. The reason you got their email address so you can send them something that lays out the plan for them. So they have a reference to go to just in case they can't get in contact with you. Right? It's been 2 or 3 hours and they about to eat their desk and they can't get in contact with anybody. At least they got a reference point to go to. Oh, okay, this is something I co-op. It doesn't have to have all the recipes on there. Just eat a protein-based snack and explain what protein-based snack and ministry meals. Okay, so great. So they get their products. At that point, if they're in person, I sit down and talk to them. I lay out the actual program. If they're not in person, okay? If they're not in person, what I do is I tell them to make sure that they grab the items that I asked them to have, okay? So I go downstairs. I have to. So let's just call this, okay? So at that point, I say, go grab your products. And usually I'm sitting there with them. So if they're local, I have the products in front of me. Okay? I have the products with me. If they're not local, grab a table. Grab a table. So if they're local, I get to do this face to face, which is great. If they're not local, they have a whole other, set of circumstances I can work with. Okay? Thank you guys. I believe it. So at that point, what I do with them is if they're on the phone with me, I go, awesome, take all the stuff out of your bag and just lay it there. All right, I go, so what you should have in your product, in your plan, you should have 2 meal plates with cellulose cultivator, herbal tea, and a sugar cup. Is that right? I go, I threw some catalogs in there for you too. I always throw catalogs in because people are curious. All right, people are naturally nosy. All right, believe it or not, and it's not a bad thing. Being nosy kept you from getting eaten by a tiger when we was in caves, right? So at that point, yeah, I said it. So at that point, you lay out all the products, right? I go, awesome, so all your products in there. Okay, I go, great. I go, so right now, I don't want you to worry about your products. I just want you to listen to me. Just listen to me. At this point, this is all auditory. I want them to listen to what I'm saying. At this point, this is real teaching. So you guys have heard that first conversation? That was the wellness profile. This is now teaching somebody how to actually take the plan. How long do you think this process takes? It's like 2 hours First one's like 45 minutes, the next one's like an hour and 15 minutes. And they still haven't started a plan. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, this process is longer sometimes than we make it out to be. We must set people up to be good. I can tell you guys how I got a 5-stone, 5 frontline active supervisors. I can tell you right now how this year I've had 11 frontline active supervisors because I take my time with people. It's not a race. It's about putting each brick in the spot exactly and going, all right. And I'm not saying just stay on that brick forever, but set them up right so they can be good and go, great, you're good now. I'm going to go work with someone else, but you stay with them. All right? But setting them up is a big deal. Set people up the right way. All right? So, a lot of the products, you get the products in hand. So I talk to them. I go, okay, great. So you said you wake up at 8 o'clock. Yep, okay. Within that half an hour, you're going to have your meal replacement. At the same time, you're going to have one cellulose, one cellulose. Okay, 2-3 hours later, you're going to have your protein-based snack, and at the same time, you're going to have your tea. Okay, great. Okay, well, and I'm explaining to them what these things are. I even tell them to the point of how much, if they want to use almond milk, they want to use straight water, how much ice to use. I personally use 11 ounces. They use 12 ounces. You can use a combination of milk and water. I don't like blending my shakes. I simply shake them up. All these things are being told in this second conversation. Because you're going to have some people making shakes, and trust me, I've had a person that made shakes, and every time they had a shake, they added ice cream to it. Ice cream. Remember that? Ice cream. Ice cream. So the point is that I did have this conversation with them, but people want to know what to do. They don't know what to do yet. So you want to tell them, hey, you get a shaker cup. It has measurements on the side. It's going to be about 10 to 12 ounces. You're going to find a happy medium where you like it. You might like it with 15 ounces. But that's your call. But I'm telling you, I like mine 12 ounces. I put two cubes of ice in it, 2 scoops, shake it up. I have my meal replacement. At the same time, I have my cellulose and my salt activator. 2-3 hours later, I have my first protein-based snack. I go a protein-based snack or a miniature meal or one and the same. You hear me use both. Miniature meal, protein-based snack. Miniature meal, protein-based snack are the same exact thing. I said, if it doesn't walk and talk like a real meal, it's not a meal. Okay? So I might shatter some people that are following that plan right now. Let me tell you what's not a miniature meal or protein-based snack. Yogurt, almonds, cheese, not a miniature meal. A miniature meal is a real meal that's small. Okay? Salmon, asparagus. Okay? Maybe a small salad. Chicken breast, turkey breast, ground turkey. Right? Might be some eggs and some spinach. But it's a combination of protein and vegetables or fruit. Okay? At some point, yeah, we'll talk about complex carbs, but in the beginning, I just want them to understand. I'm laying out the plan for them so they understand it. I tell them that whole plan, right? I know you guys are like, man, this is a lot. Right? It's a lot. But if you follow this, I'm not saying it's 100% foolproof, but I can tell you that Anthony, Venetia, David, Ray, Marcus, Carey, Jim, Jude, Taj, Reneka, Gina, and Michael, like, those all came from placing bricks in the right spot, taking so much time with people. Not because I was like, hey, get your products, holla at me. I see you sweating. That's not the business, all right? It's really setting people up, and those one-on-one conversations are big, really, really big. So, I walk through the day, tell them what a protein-based snack is. I go 2-3 hours later, you're going to get next meal placement. 2 hours later, you're going to get protein-based snack. 2-3 hours later, we're going to have a Pac-Man plate, okay? I go, what time is it now on your timeline? Oh, it's about 6:30. Okay, so usually people don't go to bed at 7:30. Usually stay up to about 10 p.m. Okay, great. So, at that point, we're going to do another protein-based snack. All right, we're going to do another thing. Like, I'm laying out the whole day for them so they don't have any questions. For the whole day. No questions involved. At that point, I go, okay, awesome, you have your products right in front of your hand. I want you to tell me what to do. And I go, I want you to lay it out. So now I go, take your products out of your bag and lay out the program. I go, so you're going to wake up, you're going to have your meal replacement. They've already written it down. I hope they've written it down. I go, I want you to teach me now. Okay? Usually at that point, let me back up. They usually will tell me what they did. So they run through it verbally. So they heard it from me. Now they're telling me what they did, what to do in their plan. They're telling me the things I just did. At any point, I can correct them and go, no, at this point, you want to make sure you have this. And they'll correct their answer. They'll correct their time slot. That'll be great. Lastly, what I do is I go, okay, now I want you to take the products. And every time I talk to someone, before I start my call, I have them grab 3 plates out of their house. They're just using those plates, okay? And I go, lay out the plan for me. So I go, you're going to wake up, and the first thing you're going to do, I go, actually lay these things out in front of you. First thing you're going to do is you have your meal placement, you have your cellulose, and your cell activator. Right? Perfect. 2 hours later, you're going to have your first protein-based snack. 2 hours later, you're going to have your next meal replacement and your cellulose and cell activator. Okay? 2 hours later, next protein-based snack. 2 hours later, Pac-Man plate. They'll go, where's the tea? I go, every time you have a protein-based snack throughout the day, have your tea. I go, I only want you to have it twice a day. Okay? You have your protein-based snack, Use this to wash it down. You need your protein-based snack. Use this to wash it down. You need your Pac-Man plate. Do not use this to wash it down. Okay? That's my point. The reason I say tea for last because I don't want somebody drinking tea at 9 o'clock. Next thing I know, like I've been losing weight because I haven't slept in a month. All right? So I always say this for last. Okay? Here and here. Okay? I also tell them that you're gonna have cellular loss at night. I go a real easy way to decipher which one is 3 times a day and which one is 2 times a day. You have something? All right, 160 is 190. Simple. At that point, they can tell me. 160, 190. If you forget which one you're supposed to take 3 times a day, the one that's 90 is 3 times a day. Okay? Simple. So guess what I just did with them? They have learned auditory, visual, and tactile. This is how my coaches have done so well. They learn so well. They done learn every way that you can learn. I don't know the way to teach people. Right? They learn every single way they know how to do it. They know how to follow that plan. Now, whether they know how to teach somebody else that plan is yet to be seen, but I can bet they can teach. Because I just taught them. And they just taught me back. They just taught me back how to follow that plan. I go, sounds like you're good to go now. Okay? Sounds like you get with your plan. Yeah, I feel good on my plan. At that point, they're going to start asking me questions about, okay, what kind of things do I prepare on Prep Sunday? And what I do is I just send them a bunch of Prep Sunday pictures. I go, the rule is bake, boil, grill, steam. I don't care what you eat as long as it's healthy. Any clean protein, any vegetable, any fruit you want to have, clean. Okay? When you do Prep Sunday, typically the first few times, you're going to have way too much food, or you might not have enough. You're going to find your happy medium. You're going to find your balance of what you do that works perfect for you. Okay? You guys understand that we haven't even started the plan yet. They haven't even taken a shake or a tablet yet. All this work before they even get there. You're like, that's a lot of work. But guess what? They stick around. They keep coming. They have success because building them up in this process of them teaching and learning is I've done half my time on helping them become a coach is already done. All right? Is that clear? Yeah. They already know what to do as a coach. Believe it or not, they haven't even started playing yet. They haven't had one scoop of shake yet. And they already know how to do a plan. They already understand it. So now they understand the plan. One thing I start talking to people about at that point is Boxer. So I go, listen, when we hang up, I want you to find me on this app called Boxer, Boxer. All right, my username is kblakes90. I want you to find me on Boxer. Just text me, just hit me up on Boxer. This is going to be our line of communication. Remember I said we're going to talk several times during the week? I'm going to hit you up through this. It's a walkie-talkie app. Start playing with it when we get off the phone. Just Boxer me, okay? Just play with it, okay? My mom can use Boxer. Anybody can use Boxer, okay? All right? No age limit in Boxer, okay? If you have a smartphone, you can use Boxer, okay? And I'll almost exclusively, only, personally, communicate with people through Boxer because I want to hear what you're saying. The voice is going to tell a lot about what people feel. All right, you might text them like, how you feeling today? How are things going? How's your waist movement? How's your energy been? You know, what flavor is your favorite? How are you making your shakes? Yes, these are questions, real questions I ask people. And they're like, oh, everything's great, everything's good, but you can hear their voice. Their voice might reveal more of what's going on. They might be really, really happy, or they might be sad. Things are not going the right way that they thought. So, at that point, they understand their plan. I tell them what kind of things to get for Prep Sunday. I send them pictures. I have them download Boxer. I have them start playing with Boxer once we hang up the phone. And at that point, I usually go, okay, so during this next, I go, I'm not asking you to do everything. All I'm asking you for is the fact that, yes, weddings, anniversaries, you know, birthdays, President's Day, Labor Day, all those things are going to happen. But what I'm asking you for you is to do 30 days. Just be 30 days only. Just be 30 days. Because sometimes people they can't hear that long journey. Like a lifestyle change, that's too much. I also need to do it for 30 days. I go, well, what's 30 days? And most of my clients are about 30-some years old. I go, what if you live for the next 70 years? Listen to me, guys. Write down the verbiage. The verbiage is what it's going to get people. Verbiage. If you live for the next 70 years, what's 30 days? 70 years. What's 30 days? People go, I can do that for 30 days. I can do that for 30 days. What's that? That's nothing on your timeline. When we tracked out when the dinosaurs were here, when man came about, when the Big Bang and all that stuff, the timeline's this long, right? This is the timeline in your life. I'm asking you to do this much for you, not for me, for you. So 30 days on your plan. You can fight a bear for a week, you can build your plan for a month. I say this crazy stuff. My whole point is to set people up to be powerfully in action, in the right spots, on time, okay? So they get the pictures, they get the Prep Sunday pictures, they get all that stuff, they get the Boxer. I also at that time go, during this journey for the next 30 days, I'm going to have you write 3 things on your mirror. whatever 3 declarations you want. I go, personally, I have 3 declarations, but I want yours to be very clean and simple. Right? Whatever their goal is, right? So you can say, like, I have a client, and she says she's fabulous. She says she's feeling fabulously. So on her mirror, one of her declarations that she writes a dry erase board on her mirror is, I am fabulous, I am worth it, and I am happy. Those are her 3 declarations to herself. I am fabulous, I am worth it, and I am happy. I said, all I want you to do in the next 30 days is every time you brush your teeth, read them to yourself. Every time you brush your teeth, read them to yourself. Every time you brush your teeth, read them to yourself. Okay? Now they're starting to read declarations. Guess what they're getting a little bit of influence in? Personal development. I'm setting people up for success. Leave people better than you found them. Leave people better than you found them. You're starting to get them a process of getting an understanding of what personal development is, what affirmations are, what incantations are. You're starting to speak to themselves every single day, brushing their teeth, that they're going to be successful. I'm fabulous, I'm great, I'm worthy, I'm happy. These things to themselves, and they're on their plan, and you're in their ear Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, right? Do you think it's any mystery that people become really great coaches? Like people become these really strong people, you're like, man, it was really not, I couldn't see that in them. But sometimes you gotta see more in people than they see themselves. Sometimes you gotta believe in them more than they believe in themselves. And that's the process we talk about, and this is the crazy part. All we talked about was getting them on a nutrition plan. It's so much more that comes along with this, right? There's so much more that comes along with this family, right? There's way more that comes along with this canister, all right? We're doing so much more than what this is, okay? Oftentimes what I do is when I send them that, or I have them write out their things, I say, take a picture of that. Take a picture of your affirmations and send them to me. That's usually my first test on Voxer for me. I go, hit me up and say hello, and then send me a picture of your affirmations and send it to me on Voxer. Now they know how to use voice Voxer, and they know how to send me pictures. Because on Sunday, what I'm asking for is what? You have Sunday pics. Everything is done before I actually get to the point. Right? I've done all the work before they actually even start their plan. Okay? I may send them, when they respond to me on Voxer with their affirmations and their picture, and they say hello, I usually will send them that Zig Ziglar goal setting, which is a 3-part series on YouTube. I'm really introducing them to personal development. Okay? Zig Ziglar goal setting. So he talks about, I'm going to talk to you a little bit on the line of goals. How do you lose 30 pounds and write a book? Right? How do you lose 30 pounds and write a book? That's how it starts off that. And I'll have them listen to that. So the next 30 days, listen to this as much as you can. Just listen to it. It's 3 parts. It's probably like 10 minutes long. Okay? I said, if you just want to listen to the first part over and over, just listen to it. Okay? So they got personal development. They get all these things. They got Vox. They can get in contact with me. They understand how to do their plan. I'm setting them up for success. Okay? If they get their products on a Tuesday,
pictures and like.
Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, fine. That's perfect. Thank you. Perfect time. So when they send me that picture of their declarations, I go, at this time, I'm going to have you weigh yourself, send me a picture of the scale, and I want you to send me 3 to 4 pictures. Okay? A lot of times I'm talking to females, so I can say, take a picture in maybe a bikini or a sports bra and shorts. I go, whatever your comfort level is on sending me this picture is up to you. I don't really want to feel funny, but I go, if you really don't want to send me the picture, I go email to yourself because people lose phones all the time. I've had plenty of people have great before pictures and they lose their phone and now we don't have the before picture anymore. So we'll email a picture to yourself. If they want to send it to me, then I'll save it. I'll save the picture. So they take the weight and the pictures. I go, do not take the picture or weigh yourself until the end of the month. That's just my personal thing. Okay? I'll have people, especially in their first 30 days, they weigh themselves day 1, day 30. Because people become scale watchers. And all of a sudden they up 3 pounds and like, man, it's not working, I'm quitting. You don't really want to quit. Because sometimes that body goes through this homeostasis process where it's trying to get right. Like I've been eating all this pizza and now I'm eating, eating clean. The body's like, what are you doing? It's trying to like correct itself. Okay? So I don't have people weigh themselves a lot, especially in the first 30 days. I have them actually take their scale and put it in their trunk of their car. If you're that ambitious to go weigh yourself outside, you got to take your clothes off. Sometimes crazy. So I have people weigh themselves that first day, send me the pictures, and I'm good. So I get all those items. So if they start their plan on a Tuesday, right? So let's say I made them on a Tuesday. I give them their products. They got their products in hand. Okay? And they go, great, now I'm start tomorrow. I go, no. We do not start tomorrow. Because they have to do what first? They gotta prep. I don't care if they get their food. If they get their plan on Sunday, if there's not enough time in the day for them to prep on Sunday, they wait until all the way to next Monday. I don't care about unless they have time to prep. Unless they go, man, I'm off on Monday, it's great. Do prep Monday, do prep Tuesday. But if they don't have time to prep, I don't know I'm starting because now I'm kind of starting somebody on this journey of life, and I already started them off this way. I started them off going in the wrong direction. Now I got to course correct so hard to get them back. Right? Everyone's like been driving and lost control of the car. You try to overcompensate. Now you're in the bushes. And all you have to do is go like this. Right? That's what and then we got to overcompensate back to that point. We don't have to do all that. Just let them wait. I even give people the green light. I go, listen. You got 4 days. Get all the Cheez-Its and goldfish crackers and everything else out of your cabinet. Right? Feel free to go have fun with your wine and everything else. Purge your house of everything that's temptation. Because at night, when you have night cravings, right? Let me tell you what's not going to win. Celery sticks, carrots, broccoli, they're not going to win over anything else you got in your house. Cheez-Its, Triscuits, all that stuff going to win. Okay? If I can find animal crackers, if I can find regular saltines in my house at some point tonight, I'll eat them. Trust me, my mom bought some saltines when she came to town, and she lived out of town. It was like 10:30. I was on a mission trying to find saltines. Saltines, like, what's my problem? Right? Saltines. So, the point is that getting the purge on stuff in the house, and now they're set up powerfully that there's no temptations in the house. They have their plan, they understand it, they get in contact with you, they're good to go. They do their prep. I send them that first thing, I go, hey, it's prep Sunday. Bake bowl, grill, steam your food. No pictures equals no prep. No pics equal no prep. If they don't send me a picture, they didn't do it. No pics equal no prep. It's real simple. They send me pictures, I go, great job. I might ask them a couple questions. Hey, what's in that Pyrex dish? Hey, what's in that pot? Hey, what's in that Tupperware? What are those kind of things? I just want to know what they're doing. Pay attention also sometimes to people's background on their picture. Okay? They might take you a good picture, got all this nice stuff in it, right? And then you see Breyer's ice cream, like kind of cool, like, is that Breyer's? Like, look at people's pictures. It tells people's background tells a lot about where they are and what they're doing. So at that point, they do their prep Sunday. You know what's crazy? At this point, finally on Monday, they start their plan. Talk about a process. All right? Marcus, how you feel about that process? All right? Jude. All right? Reneka. Mike. All right? Who else is my front line here? Let me know who else here. Okay? But those are the guys I work with directly. Ray. Okay? Directly work with them and set them up. Ray was hard-headed. He wasn't feeling it at first. Ray told me, I'm going to buy my stuff from Amazon. I said, good. How about Amazon, buddy? No problem. Because no one person worth my business. If he wants to come back in the house and be a part of it, now he's here. All right, he's about to finish our supervisor here soon. Give it up a Ray. But the point is that as much as I care about Ray, he's not worth my business. All right, no one person is going to make or break your business. I don't know if people want to valley. I'm sure it's several million, I'm sure. All right? But no one person is worth your business. If they don't want to follow what you ask of them, all you're doing is trying to help them. If they don't want to do it, go, peace. I'm out. So that's the wellness profile. I mean, that's wellness profile 001. Okay? That's down to the real nitty gritty, the crevices of what we do. And I can tell you guys what I do on the phone. You guys really can't see this, but this is the layout. This is meal placement. I'm walking through this. I'm walking through this brand new client I just got the other day, Friday. I'm walking her through her plan on the phone. You guys can see meal placement, 2 to 3 hours, and then it's your meal, post-bit snack, lunch. I tell her she can change them, Pac-Man plate. I talk about bridges. Ooh, perfect. Okay, so bridges. So bridges are simply this. Okay, a bridge is gonna get you from here to here. All right. If anyone grew up in the city with bridges, you know they don't build bridges like a bridge don't go way over land. It goes to the point of getting into like bridges between two bodies of land. Okay, so a bridge. I tell them, I go, hey, if every 2 to 3 hours is like, you like, Khalil's out of his mind, I have my shake at 6 a.m., it is 7, and I'm about to punch everyone in the face. I'm so hungry, it's ridiculous, he out of his mind. These little shakes ain't gonna work, right? I go, there's bridges. I go, bridges are items like almonds, right? Fruit, half a piece of fruit. Like, those are yogurts, like those are bridges. And I don't want them to build the bridge that's so long, right? They have so much in their bridge that next thing you know, they're like, well, I didn't even have my protein-based snack. I wasn't even hungry. I ate 7 bags of carrots. Like, that's supposed to be a bridge. It's something small just to get you to the point of your next consumption, right? The point is, the more frequently that you consume small, the faster the metabolic rate fires. All right, so it's like constantly being fired. Fuel, 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 fuel. So those are bridges. I talk to you about bridges. I drink water first. The first stages of hunger are thirst. I'm hungry. Right? The first stages of hunger are thirst. I talk to them as well about detoxing. That the body's actually going to go through a process of detoxing. Sometimes people in their first few days are like, man, I feel incredible, my energy's through the roof. Sometimes people go, I feel terrible, and I haven't been able to use the restroom. It's called detox. Okay? I've been hungover several times. Right? A hangover is detox. My body's like, you've been giving me Jim Beam for the last 8 hours. Now you don't want to give me Jim Beam, you give me water? I got a headache. That's detox. People gonna tell you I got headaches, I'm not really feeling that great. Some people will tell you I'm feeling great. Build into the conversation before they tell you what to expect. Hey, you might be feeling great the first few days, you might not feel that great. Let it be. Let it be. Get through the process. Work through the process. Talk about timeline. No plan until they start their prep. And I talked about steamer bags, real simple items. 30 days in your plan, just commit 30 days. I tell them about steamer bags with no sauce. So steamer bags, you can buy them like, oh, there's steamer bags in Italian sauce. Don't buy it. That means salt. It's an Italian salt. Okay? So it's just small things. Don't cop out on their plan when it gets tough. Like, talk to them. Like, don't cop out when it gets tough. Everything is always darkest before dawn. All these things are built into the conversation. Don't cop out before it gets tough. That's my wellness profile. I'm going to tell you guys this. We've all been at events, and if you haven't been yet to a success training seminar, sometimes you'll hear people get on stage and they're like, yeah, we recruited this many people this month. And and those who don't know that, we kind of like cringe like, oh, I bought 20 new people in my business this month. You're like, oh, why would they say that? Just because it doesn't resonate with us. Right? We're results first, results second, result third, and then you get to go, okay, you've done this, I understand you understand how to help somebody else. Now you can go about helping somebody else and growing a business, if that's what they want to do. If not, they send you a referral, you take care of it. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Kristen.
I'm going to go ahead and make myself a little vulnerable here. Maybe you can just tap into, perhaps you didn't set them up that way because you're a coach learning in the business and some people have a strayed, or you just feel like there's some things that you haven't done and you don't quite know how to bring them back. Not necessarily that you want to chase somebody, but you want to set them up with the right tools to come back if they choose to.
Yeah. I mean, I just tell them, hey, I went through this incredible training. I've gotten immensely better since the last time we talked. I've gotten so much better as a coach. I'm so excited to help you now. Like I was just kind of starting out. And I was kind of just walking myself, and I appreciate you giving me the grace. Even they didn't give you grace. If they cussed you out and said, I'm not doing this again. So I really appreciate you giving me the grace. I learned some really cool things. I went to this training that we had. It was so awesome. I learned these awesome things. I'm so excited to help you now. I'm equipped with all this information. I hope you're ready. I'm ready. I'm going to be the best coach you ever met.
You talk about alcohol consumption.
I can't hear you.
Alcohol consumption and once you take it too late.
So I tell people no alcohol for 30 days. Okay? And I know that's going to be tough one, but some people are like, oh, I drink all the time. I'm like, well, you're not going to drink now. Alcohol consumption will slow down your fat burning process by 4 days. The body, just like we talked about detox, has to clean itself first before it does anything else. All right? So we've all been on the opposite side, well, at least I have been, where I drank to the point where I'm like, how did I get home last night? All right? The other side is that people understand that if they are constantly burning out their bodies, that they're gonna feel like, well, what just happened? Okay? They're gonna do all these great things during the week, and they're gonna go on the weekend and blow out their whole week. So they're gonna change 2 days for 5 days every single month. So alcohol consumption, I definitely strongly deter. And then true weight is taken in the morning before you eat. So don't eat and then weigh yourself. Like true weight is taken like, if you guys have ever been to an appointment, like I got my fat percentage done, and my appointment was at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I was driving I was the angriest driver on the road because I hadn't eaten anything, and I couldn't eat until I got to the fat percentage place, and they put me in a BiPod. So true weight is typically taken in the morning, in the stomach. Should we see that? No? Yeah. No. Someone else have a question?
So So what do you do when you have clients and everything starts out real good and they're like, they send you their first prep picture and then the next week they don't send it to you. And you're like, well, where's your prep picture? And you still don't get it. Do you, at that point, say, look, you know what, I'm pretty much done with you then. If you're not going to follow me, you just cut them right there?
So the question she asks is, someone sends you a prep picture that week. So my rules and follow-up are all the same, okay? So I go, I will tell them during the journey, like if I go, hey, I'm going to follow you, so I was in the week. I talk to them about the tennis analogy, that's a big deal, okay? And when they do, in fact, follow me, I encourage them. I go, awesome job. I hit the ball over there, you hit the ball right back. Great job. You want to build people up during that process, like, because they get excited. People do more for recognition than for money, right? So I'm getting a chance to build them up in that process. If they don't send me it, like, let's say, for instance, I'll send someone a boxer on Tuesday, and I go, hey, you know, it's Tuesday, checking in with you, football as well, I want to find out, I want to see a picture of your protein-based snacks, you know, tell me how your energy has been, blah, blah, blah. Hit me back verbally, I want to know, right? So I get no answer. If I go back on Thursday and I can still see it's my response, and there's no response from them, I know that they didn't follow up. Right. I hit up again, hey, it's Thursday, you know, I'm looking to check in with you, I know I didn't hear from you Tuesday, hope all's well, so make sure we connect, hope to hear back from you soon, okay? Now, if I go to them on Sunday, it's my last time talking to them. That's it. I go, hey, Sunday, I haven't heard from you. I know I set the tone pretty well in the beginning. I said, this is tennis. Hit the ball over the net, hit the ball back. I hit 2 balls over the net. Nothing's come back. If I don't hear from you again, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best in your journey. Hope to talk to you soon. Done. That's it. The conversation's done. Again, no one person makes or breaks my business. No one person is going to drag me down with them if they don't want to do it. No problem. I think I did my part. So that's what I do with follow-up.
Posturing your time when you basically they're going to call you at 4, but they don't call till 4:10.
If someone, so posturing your time, if you set an appointment with someone at 4 and they call you at 4:10, I usually will build into it a good thing, right? So I'll go, they call me at 4:10, I'll go, honestly, I'm so glad you gave me 10 more minutes, I need to finish at that point. Or you can say, hey, or you can say on the other side is, hey, I was hoping to have an hour with you, my next conversation is at 5. So we only have 50 minutes, so we might move this a little bit rapidly, okay? Either, everything is verbiage. I mean, so if I play you alley-oop, depending on how you want to catch it, it's up to you. Like, whatever you give me, like, if you give me chicken, I'm going to make some meals out of it. Whatever you get, change it into something that works for you.
Along those same lines, how long would you wait? So if you say that to call at 4, but they call you at 4:30, do you answer the call?
Nope, I'll answer that. I'm not saying that you don't do that. I'm not. It's up to you. Use your own discretion at that point. Some things are going to be great, right? Like, you just never know. They might call you like, hey, my kid got out of daycare late or something like that. I don't have kids, but I can sympathize with it. Like, so it just depends. If you told me you have an appointment afterwards, though, you got to kind of hold up to that. I only have 30 minutes left. So it's up to you. I usually won't answer the phone. If they really want to call me, they'll call me again that night. Or reach out to me on Facebook or text me like, hey, I'm really sorry. I'll usually get an explanation of why they didn't call me on time. I won't answer them. No rest?
How do you incorporate the 20% working out?
I usually ask them, are they active in their wellness program? So are you active? And they say no. Some people will ask me because they think all we do is train people. Like, they think we actually are, like trainers. And they'll ask me what can they do? And I'll go, well, how long do you want me? I'm going to send you a week's worth of workouts. So how I send a week's worth of workouts? New leadership. If you guys are a new leadership boxer, you guys don't you guys come in S2I. All right, that's what I do. A week's worth of workouts. Every time I come in here, I go, click, send it to them. That's one workout. Next time I come in here, I go, click, next workout, right? So I tell them how to do the workout, but I'm not making up anything. I just send them 4 workouts. I go, awesome, do those same 4 workouts every week, 4 days, Monday through Thursday. Just use your resources. It's simple. They write those up. Those are written up no matter what. Monday through Thursday, you have 4 workouts. I tell them, those are 4 workouts. I'll send them to them. I tell them how to do them. I go, everything's based off a minute. Go at your own pace. Go at your own speed. We don't have to be that great at writing workouts. We just got to take a picture of it and send it to somebody. And you can explain to them what it is. If it's weird exercise, typically you can tell them to YouTube the exercise. It'll pop right up. You're like, what the heck's a U-boat? YouTube it. And if it doesn't, make sure you YouTube it first. He might be YouTubing or something like that. So make sure you YouTube it first to figure out what it is. But have them YouTube it, or you can tell them, if you don't know what that is, do crunches or something. You can give them a modification. So real simple. If they ask you about working out or, hey, do you train or can you see me workouts? I sure can. All right, come to boot camp, take a picture of it, send it to them.
So what would you tell somebody if they were like, I just want the product, I don't need the coach?
Go, this is the package deal. You can either get the package as it comes or you get none. I don't sell cars with no tires. And you know the tires are the thing that make it run, right? So I don't sell cars with no tires, I don't sell cars with no engine. All right, I'm not gonna have my name tagged to somebody else. So this way gonna say, Jazz, right? They're like, Jazz, you didn't help me. That's the first thing. People don't take blame for themselves. They're gonna say, oh, they didn't help me. That stuff don't work. All those people at S2I, I don't know what they're talking about because they didn't take the coaching. I've never had that conversation because you heard the conversation. Never had that conversation. Never have had that conversation because I don't need to. They know already the deal. You know what you're getting, so you build in the conversation. That is where the work is done. The work isn't done on getting them to sign up and $68. That's not the game. The work is done on all right here. This stuff is like easy. At that point, it's like, okay, they thirsty for the 60. Like, I can't wait to pay the $68 and get a 25% discount. Okay. Speaking of discount, on my first conversation, after I walk them through everything, I go at the end of when they do this whole part, or even that other first conversation, I go, I know right now, so I'll run that car for whatever it is, 190, whatever it is. I go, I know you pay retail right now. Okay, that's 190. I go, but my best clients earn discounts. Okay? And I just keep talking. I go, so when I talk to you, just make sure you follow your plan to a T. I don't go into it deep. All right, if I start talking about discount, then all I hear is discount. My point is to glaze over it. You guys have heard me do this before, right? I'll tell stories and see if you can't figure out the weird thing in it. But people are listening for certain things. Like, oh, it was all sweat Saturday. We was having a great time. We did the LS bucket challenge. I saw a crocodile outside. Matt was there. We was having a blast. I'm like, hold on. You saw a crocodile outside? People listen for what they're tuned into. So if I say discount, when I told Ray Miller that if he follows his plan to a T, there's an opportunity for a discount, he said it right after that. Hold on, you said there's an opportunity for me to get a discount? He's listening for it. That's what he's tuned into. I know what he's tuned into now. Right? And I just keep it going. I don't keep him talking. I go, yeah, there's an opportunity for you to earn it. So when you make sure you download Boxer, I just keep moving to the next topic. My point is that people are going to catch what they're looking for because they're looking for it. Okay?
How do you determine between 24 line for a client and the regular one?
Everyone starts on regular one. Me personally. I start everyone on regular one. Okay? I'm not going to give you 10 if you can't handle 5. And honestly, there's not a huge difference between the Formula One shakes and the Formula One sport. There's not a huge difference. There's more vitamins. Let's say milk protein versus, but it's not a huge difference. Okay. As far as like rebuild and stuff like that, you got to assess that person. That's when you come into play. That's when your job comes in as a coach. If a person is drastically overweight, don't give them rebuild because you're adding calories to it. Don't give them prolong. Don't give them prepare. Have them just follow their plan and go walk. That's what they got to do. Okay? So I hope this has been of value. If I didn't answer your question, I'm sorry. But I hope this has been valuable. This is a big deal. The setup comes from the beginning. The process is the beginning. Setting the tone is the beginning. Right? Setting the posture is the beginning. Setting the tone, everything you do is the beginning. Then when everything else happens, it's like a result. You don't have to do much more work after that. You will, yes, you will constantly work with people, but they already know what they're doing. They're already set up for success. So I know that was a long building your client base, but I hope it had value. Thanks a lot, guys.